So this is a pair of Air Max 97. This is probably I think my first ever pair that I owned, and it's like the Air Max 97, and it's like the Atlantic blue color it's called. And this pair is, I think it takes inspiration from one of the original ones that released back in the day. And I got these on sale anyway, so it wasn't too bad. So it's I think around the £85 mark I bought them for. And it's one of the cooler ones that came out in my opinion in terms of its colorway. And it's quite a sort of classic colorway in a sense as well, because it's got the blue, black, silver running around, and then you got the little hits of Vault throughout the sneaker. And I personally like the way the Air Max 97 looks anyway. I think it looks quite cool. It's not the most comfortable sneakers, but in terms of its look, it's quite a nice looking trainer. And as far as I remember, the influences on the Japanese Shinkansen bullet trains, and that's where you got this material going all the way around in the sort of circular sort of stripy fashion to sort of represent that. And then obviously the big talking point is the air bubble itself being this sort of full length air unit, which doesn't add too much to the trainer itself, but it does look cool. And there's probably not, like a nice bit of engineering from Nike. And yeah, so from that perspective, it's not the most comfortable. The materials aren't the most premium, but it's still a cool looking trainer. And if you're a fan of Air Maxes, then you probably would end up picking these up regardless anyways.
So here's the details of the Air Max 97 Atlantic Blue. It comes in an Atlantic Blue, Voltage Yellow and Metallic Silver and Black colourway. And these have a full length Air Max unit in the midsole. And it's made up of all sorts of synthetic and mesh materials. And the price was £175. So with the comfort and sizing, an Air Max 97 isn't that forgiving in terms of its comfortness, but I wouldn't say it's bad. It's on the medium to firm side still, and the airbag unit is not really that squishy on foot, so it feels very much like any other sort of midsole really in my opinion. And it's more the aesthetics of how it looks on foot rather than it being giving you sort of any kind of sort of softness, I suppose. But because it's a more sort of modern day runner, then I think it does have good sort of neutral support around the arch, and it does feel sort of nice on foot as well. And because of it being sort of predominantly mesh, there's no sort of wear and time with these either. And in my opinion, true to size does work, but I tend to go up half size because they do have a bit of padding on the inside. And they also have good traction as well. I wouldn't say it's amazing, but it's good enough to sort of wear pretty much any time really. So with the look and style, this one's obviously a 1997 retro, and the colours is basically taken from a couple of different pairs from the Air Max 97 line, and so that's why it's got the black and the blue colours on there and the silver. And these are kind of more sort of classic Nike colours as well, I would say. So things like University Red and then also Volt and Blue is very much part of the Nike Air Max line. And I think this one you can wear sort of all seasons. Obviously it's mesh material, so it will get a little bit sort of cold on foot during the sort of winter time, but because it's a predominantly dark colourway, I don't see any reason why you couldn't wear it in the winter. And it's the one to sort of wear casually because of the fact that this is looking like a sporty trainer anyway. I don't think you can wear it sort of smart. It's more of a sort of streetwear casual type sporty vibe. And you can go with the grey laces that come with it, but blue would also work, and navy, and even black. So with the final thoughts, I like the classic styling. It's really cool, and just the standard sort of Air Max 97, and it does sort of look futuristic because of it being based on a Japanese bullet train. And I also like the full length Air Max unit in terms of the looks and the aesthetics of the trainer. It's different to other trainers out there. In terms of cons, the cost. So again, this is retailing I think around sort of the £170 mark, and it's way too high, especially because it's now over sort of near enough 26 years old, and it's creeping on to sort of 30 years old, which is a long time and should be a lot cheaper in my opinion. And the comfort isn't great, so it's very sort of mid really, so don't expect comfort despite how the trainer looks. And the suede material I think is, like I said, it's more on the sort of synthetic-y side, so that's my only other issue with these particular pair. So in terms of the ratings, I give the look and style for this a 4 out of 5. I think it's a cool looking sneaker, but not compared to the Silver Bullet. It's not as nice as those. And the comfort, I'll give that a 4. It's it's like I say, it's not bad, and I won't say it's horrible, and I'd say it's better than an Air Max 1, so that's why I've kind of given it a 4. And the quality, I give that a 4 as well. I think, you know, it's a nicely made pair. It's not like anything special, and the materials aren't anything special. But, you know, at the end of the day, it's doing the job of what an Air Max 97 should be. And the pricing, I just think the pricing is way too high on these. I think they should be retailing around the sort of £130 mark, in my opinion. And overall, I'll give it a 4 out of 5. It's still a cool sneaker, and I like the colourway on this as well. And it's sort of a classic Nike type colour.